So today I'm having a day of just general nightmare, trying to fit the engine and gearbox and make up the engine mounts. However, I've had to cut a ton of metal away to make the gearbox fit in the housing, and then I found out I couldn't get the prop shaft into the back of the gearbox because there's some kind of shrapnel metal, something's melted in the end of it. I have no idea what. That's what I get for buying a gearbox on eBay. So I've had to chap this little ring out at the back of the gearbox, which you probably see me doing. I couldn't get it out, so I've just chapped it in the way. So it means that inside the gearbox there's a little piece of metal. It's just going to dangle around there. I can't get it out. I don't know how to get it out. I'd have to send it away or something. I don't have time for that. As you can tell, the clock is still ticking behind me. This probably makes no sense if you're not technical. A thing will dangle in the gearbox. I'm putting another one at the other end of it. It'll be fine. I guess so. This should be in the car by now. This shock absorber should be on the car by now. This is my gear lever. It should be in the car by now. This is my suitcase. I've got that ready to go. The only thing that's making me smile right now is these tasty little biscuits. Spent the last 4 hours aligning the engine and gearbox to the car. It's one of those jobs that you don't really realise is needed until you've actually done it. There's something I never really bothered about before, didn't sort of really realise, but I do get some vibrations on the Pearl. So I decided to align the gearbox and engine to the car. Because if it's not, what happens is the prop shaft vibrates. And when the prop shaft vibrates, it's unpleasant to drive. The engine is ready to go in, although I found out the gearbox was broken, so I'm waiting on a new gearbox turning up. I already ordered a gearbox, that's it there. It arrived. It's the wrong one. That's my old gearbox from the Pearl. It's broken. So I'm now waiting on the second gearbox to turn up. It should have been here today, and it hasn't arrived. The delivery company has lost my gearbox. Meanwhile, since the engine's out, the engine can't go in, I started on the wiring, going through all the electrical gremlins and trying to get this old Lucas wiring to work. I found out the car was last on the road in 1984, so as you can imagine, nothing really wants to work. Meanwhile, the doomsday clock is ticking away. We've got 12 days, 20 hours, 10 minutes, and 18 seconds. And I have just about no energy left. That's not true, I've got some energy left, but I don't have a lot. Bubbles! I don't actually do any work in here, I just come into the workshop, sit in the car and eat these wee biscuits. Plan today is to make as many bubbles as I can, because that is going to help me get the Mark 10 finished.